It is no secret that the influence of Jewish individuals and communities in various fields, including business, academia, arts, and politics, is indeed significant and far-reaching. What can be the source of this success? Many will say it's a combination of factors such as strong cultural values, educational emphasis, a history of adaptability, and resilience in the face of adversity. They may be correct, but they are leaving out a powerful source that we shall review as we proceed in this video. The thought that this brand of modern Judaism is from Babylonia sets shockwaves throughout the world, especially for Christians, Muslims, Black Hebrew Israelites, as they think that the Creator gave them that power. It is important that you enjoy this content on this channel and that you continue to subscribe and hit the like button. And for more amazing video tape, click that bell icon so that you can be updated on all our latest content. We want to thank you for your support because it has helped us grow, and we shall continue to create quality content for you. Thank you very much. For more information, books, and other extras, we invite you to connect with us via our website www.marifado.org, our Instagram marifado_US, and our emails join@marifado.com or goperesource@gmail.com. Even if you reveal that Moses was taught, and not inspired, but taught all the wisdom that you read in the Torah from the ancient Africans, this will fly through the heads of all those that hear, and it will be dispatched into oblivion by belief. It is clear and very, very important that we need to understand where Judaism came from, and also to realize that if we understand where Judaism came from, we will be able to investigate the power of its origins. These are tough questions indeed, but they can be answered. Yes, Judaism has a deep connection to Khamitic as well as African sources in its history. Yet, as it stands today, it is clear that it was given another birth to become a worldwide religion, to become a mother religion of Christianity and Islam. Sadly, billions of its followers who rarely accept or even try to know of its Babylonian roots, where it was fermented and where a new spirit was infused into it. Even though most of its narratives originated in southern Africa or southern parts of Africa, it is very clear that it was brewed in Babylonia and that it is a product of Babylonian mysteries. Let us consider this as a fact and proceed to show that the origins of Judaism and its claim of divine power and inspiration is also based on prophetic claims and the statement that says the Lord. The only problem is to identify which Lord they are speaking of. While it is clear that the Torah and the divine laws of the Torah were plagiarized from Mahatic sources, it is apparent that today the Jewish tradition that holds the sacredness of the Torah and the Tanakh, and that it was given at Mount Sinai, and that the prophets received their divine inspiration to convey their messages. This tradition, though ingrained in Jewish theology and teachings, the power and the force that Judaism displays today cannot be attributed or directed to these sources. Like many other ancient religions, Judaism has elements that are liturgically connected and derived from Sumerian, Babylonian, Mesopotamian mystery religions. We want to give proof about that because Judaism from Babylon can be explained that way. The term translated as God in the Hebrew Bible have connections to the Sumerian Babylonian term Il or El, meaning a deity or a gods. Anu, Enlil, Enki, Ninkasak, and many others. This is the Elohim, who gives the spirit that drives Abrahamic religions. Adonai is also a term meaning Lord, although it parallels Aton from ancient Khamit or Aten, given by the father of monotheism, Akhenaton. Adonai parallels the Akkadian Adanu. When they say Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad, the calling upon Adanu and the connecting him to the sun worship is very clear. Now, when you look at the issue of the Jewish calendar, known as the Hebrew calendar today, you will find that it has roots in the Babylonian lunar calendar. All the Jewish months, Nisan is Jewish, it's a Jewish month, it's a Babylonian god. It's April, the first month. It was formerly known as Aviv. You also have got Iyar, which corresponds to the Babylonian month Ayaru. You have Sivan, which corresponds to the Babylonian month Simanu. You have got Tammuz, named after the Babylonian god Dumuzi or Tamuzi or Dumizulu. That's where you get that, Dumizulu, showing that all these are gods. You have got Av, which corresponds to the Babylonian name Abu. You have got Elul, which corresponds to the Babylonian month Ululu. Ululu. You have got Tishrei, which corresponds to the Babylonian month Tashri 2 or Tishri U2, meaning the birds. These are gods representing the spirits. Then you have got Cheshvan, corresponding to the Babylonian month Ayharasanamna. Then you have got Kislev, corresponding to the Babylonian month Kisilimu. These are all African terms. But of course, Tevet, corresponding to the Babylonian month Tevetu. Shivat, corresponding to the Babylonian month Shabatu, where you get Sabbath. Adare, who corresponds to the Babylonian month Adaru. So very, very important to ask. And let's look at the office-bearers in Judaism. It's very clear that the caretaker of the synagogue is usually lighting the menorah. The Hebrew word shamash for the guy or the person responsible for the lighting of the menorah, the candelabrum in Jewish tradition, is the same as the Babylonian god Shamash, the sun god Shamash. And we look at the menorah now. It's very clear that Judaism plagiarized and corrupted African spiritual systems. And today, unfortunately, a lot of our brothers and sisters are into Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, but they don't know this source. This candelabrum can be seen here with the Pharaoh Amenemhat I, seated before the sacred Amen-Ra candles. They are known as Amen-Ra candles. And they changed them. They didn't even tweak them. They say menorah. Menorah, which is clear. They didn't change anything. They just took it as it is. Then Judaism from Babylon is explained also by the leader, who is known as the Kohen in Hebrew, derived from the Babylonian Hanu or Kanu. It refers to a position of authority and leadership through the power that they have in symbolisms. Judaism was inspired from Babylon and given birth and impetus. You have got Kohen Hagadol, meaning the high priest. It also has been borrowed from many other high priest sources, overseeing religious rituals. It's a ritual man and temple activities. And it parallels ancient Khamit Hamaneja Topi, the first servant of the gods, and also the Babylonian Sangu or Sanga, chief, or Sangoma, chief priest or chief healer. Look at the lady, at the women, Kohenet. That's the Jewish one or the Hebrew one, borrowed from Hama Najurata, Marujata. Also an N2 from ancient Babylonia, indicating that the practices that you now find in Judaism were borrowed from various sources. The thought that Judaism is from Babylonia stands proved, but what has not been proved is the source of that power that has made billions follow Christianity and Islam, and also that has given success to the Hebrews and to the Jews today all over the earth. It is clear that the tradition that holds that the Torah, the first 5 books of the Tanakh, was given by Yahweh Elohim to Moses at Mount Sinai, and that the prophets received divine inspiration to convey their messages, must be understood as pointing source deity or a gang of deities, not the real creator. You can understand a lot of this when you read our book, Free from God. Get our book and read it. It will explain comprehensively this matter. Shocking as it may be, it is also clear that Judaism came late on the scene. But when they came late on the scene, there was already a 70,000-year-old carved stone snake and ritual and mountain of the gods in ancient Africa, in Botswana specifically, older than Judaism by almost 67,000 years. But what has happened now is that the people that has this gift of these gods, this ancient gift of these gods, have neglected that. And this is the astonishing journey of Judaism from Babylon, because they acknowledge their deities and obey their deities behind the scene. When you hear them believing that thus says the Lord, this Lord they talk of is Elohim, the Elohim gods, or Yahweh, the singular one, out of the Elohim. So you find that Judaism, the Talmud was written, crafted in Babylonia, and the Jewish mysticism, which we know as the Kabbalah, came from Babylonian mysteries. And they are powerful, but they are not the oldest. Just think about that. Let that come into your purview. Because when you consider that and you think about it, you realize that European elites and their leaders knew that once these melanin-dominant human beings, once these Bantus in Africa connect the dot of their ancientness, they will become so powerful to the point that one of their kings, King Leopold II of Belgium, in 1883-84, wrote a letter to the missionaries with a mission and agenda which is still occurring today, but now being championed by our own black pastors, preachers, prophets, and leaders, political leaders and businessmen, in either unknowingly doing it or unknowingly doing it for money. So King Leopold said, these people talking about us have a mystic system, and their warfare protection, which they pretend not to want to abandon. Our ancestors didn't want to throw it away. But here's what King Leopold then said. He said, go there and do everything in your power to make that disappear. And for sure it is disappears, and there is no salvation in everything that we are following in terms of Abrahamic religion. That's why these religions, Christianity and Islam and Judaism, have managed to enslave us. When they were enslaving us, they were capturing the gods, the power of the gods. And when they kill you, they are sacrificing the gods and they get more power. Then when they put you in prison, they're doing the same thing. That is why Islam has never abolished slavery of melanin black people. And that's why the slave ship, the first one to take slaves from melanin dominant Africa, was called Jesus. Just think, this is not just a coincidence. It is clear that the Babylonian source of Ea, Anu, Enki, Enlil, the Lord, also known as Yahweh, are the ones that are absorbing that power from you and exercising it over you through their subjects. If you want to learn more, and if you say, yes, I want to know more about this, I want more information about this, send us an email to join@marifado.com and use any of other sources that we have shown initially. Your manager Topi Christian Rabbi Elem Zuzu Kuningen Mjaganja says the mystic power we are talking about is real. Once you know it, it will create a situation where you will be able to talk to your righteous ancestors while you are alive today. Not through dreams, not through visions, not through someone else, not through spirit, but physically. Amen. I've said a lot there. Have a great day. Subscribe, share, like, and leave a comment. Have a great day. Bye bye.